Hello, beautiful creatives. This is a video I've been looking forward to making for a couple of weeks. I have some gifts that I was given that I want to go over with you, and I'm excited to show you. But I have one very special gift that I was given a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dying to share it with you, but I had different videos in queue for the series that I was doing. This is a very special gift. I'm going to unpack it and show it to you. It was a gift from the daughter of a very famous scenic artist who did set design for the movies. His name was Edward Garzero. He passed away in 2017 of Alzheimer's. He worked on movies that you all probably know, like Kramer versus Kramer, The French Connection, The Wiz, The Exorcist, and so many more. So this set of watercolors was given to me by his daughter. And this is a set of watercolors that he worked with. He made this custom box to hold them, and it turns into a stand for them. And I just think this is the most precious gift possibly that I've ever received. I mean, you think about the movies that he worked on and the work that he did in New York. So I met his daughter at an estate sale that they were having just by happenstance. Dawn and I were on the way home from physical therapy one day, and we just happened to see the sign and stop by. When I told her what I did, that I made YouTube videos for people with chronic illness or chronic pain, grief, or just, difficult life situations to encourage them to develop a creative practice to help them through their difficult times, she was so moved by that she gave me her father's watercolors. What a very, very special gift. So I'm gonna head over to my desk. I'm gonna sit down and I will show you these in closer detail. And I'll show you some of the other things that I received over the last week, and a couple of things that I purchased for some exciting videos that are coming up. I also want to let you know that I've relaunched some videos onto Patreon. The first comeback video that I put free for everyone. So even if you're a free member, you can access that. It talks a little bit about what I'm thinking my plans are going to be going forward for Patreon. And I make some homemade watercolor inks. And then the second video is going to be me demonstrating a whole bunch of really loose landscapes that I did, abstract landscapes that I created with those inks. So that will be up soon. Okay, let me head over to the desk and show you this treasure along with the other gifts that I've received. This box that he made that they go into turns into a stand for the watercolors. So this is really special. This is such a special gift. These are vintage radiant, they're Dr. Phil Martin's, and it's radiant concentrated watercolor in square bottles. They're 2-ounce bottles and have the vintage label on them. And I'll do a close-up of what the colors are in here. He worked on a lot of really famous, highly successful movies, and I can just imagine him sitting at his desk drawing, plans, watercolor plans for sets with these watercolors. So I was so speechless when she gave them to me, and I did tell her, I said, I will definitely show these in a YouTube video because, he passed in 2017 of Alzheimer's. Many of you know, you have shared with me that you've lost parents and you've gone through that journey with parents with Alzheimer's. And it's an unspeakably difficult journey to watch people disappear like that. So I just felt like, and so these were dusty bottles. I did dust them all off with great care, very lovingly dusted them off. and turn it around so you can see the labels sort of peeking out. Beautiful, beautiful, concentrated, really rich watercolors. There were a couple that had dried out and it was just the sediment, the pigment on the bottom. So I added distilled water to them to see if I could reactivate the pigment on the bottom. So we'll test them out. I'll do some swatching with them in my swatch book and we'll see how that worked. I don't even know. I did write to Dr. P.H. Martin's to ask them about these, and unfortunately they never answered me. I told them the story. I told them they belonged to Edward Garzero, and that you know, he was a scenic designer, and that it was, you know, a really special set. And I thought, you know, and I said they were vintage, and I was hoping that they would answer me. I also needed some droppers, and they sell replacement droppers, but this is a different size bottle than what they sell nowadays. So I couldn't find them on the website, so I asked them, and again, they didn't respond. The company did not respond. I contacted them through their website. So that was a little disappointing, but still doesn't take away from how special this gift is. And I think this case is so special, this handmade case that he made. Very, very special item. It's got a lip in here, like a rabbit, is that what it's called? That this rests on. Yeah, so cool. Nice little stand for it. Okay, so that is the first item, and I will show that in greater detail. And then this was the second unexpected gift. This is from Paul Rubens, and every year they send out a gift box to their collaborators, and they always send the best gift boxes, and the boxes that they send are always so gorgeous. So this is filled with all kinds of goodies, sketchbooks, a set of watercolors, of course, some blinky lights, which I think is cool. So that I'll put up around my desk somewhere. Of course, they sent a really nice thank you card. Dear Linda, thank you for being a part of our journey. Grateful for 15 colorful years together. With love, the Paul Rubens team. So they are celebrating 15 years of being in business, which is exciting. I think I'll wait to show the rest of the items till I get over to my desk, which I have to clear off because it's a hot mess. But I'll show the items close up. And then the other items that I got were items that are, I want to show these too before I flip the camera around. These were also from that estate sale. And because I don't get out much, I don't get to go to like tag sales and rummage sales and things like that, yard sales, some people call them. So I've wanted some old books for a long time. And these aren't that old. I wanted some real yellowed pages. Some of these are older. But they're a little yellowed, but not hugely. But I thought these would make really fun little sketchbooks, especially this thin one. I thought, oh, that would be so fun. And then this one, this big Sherlock Holmes one, I thought would be really nice to take pages out and do some jelly printing on, or some stenciling on, and then use that in collage. Yeah, there's a really pretty book here. There's a couple of these thinner ones that I think will make good journals. This one has a little bit more yellowed pages in it. I can always dye them with coffee and tea to make them look even older. And this hardcover one, I think would make a lovely journal. It's Italy out of hand. So it has great artwork in it, photography and sketches and etchings. Yeah, so this will be fun to do some collage with. I think this will be really fun. And again, I'll show that more close up. I got some block printing ink, some white and some black for some projects that are coming up, and 2 tiny jelly plates. So along with the theme that we've been doing of creating in nature, I thought it would be really fun to do some jelly printing around nature, some leaf shapes, and along that lines, I got some Innovart, what do they actually call this? Presto foam, printing plate foam. So unfortunately, I ordered it from Amazon and it was really badly warped when I got it. I did contact the company to get a refund. They offered me $10 off. So I thought, okay, well, I can probably flatten these out. So I'll take the $10 off. You can't, they're not flattening out. It did say online that you can use heat, but that it's really easy to go too far and melt them. So my thought was I would probably be cutting them into smaller pieces anyways. You know, if I had it this size and I'm pressing down on it, I think it'll work okay. We could trace some leaves and just make mark making in them. If I had realized they wouldn't flatten out, I probably would have returned them, but I didn't, so I think I can work with it. I think I can figure it out. But so more nature-inspired art and collage using vintage books, tiny little jelly plates, and I have a regular size jelly plate too, and some water-soluble printing inks. Yeah, we got some fun stuff ahead, you know. I'm looking forward to it. I've really been enjoying doing this nature-inspired art, and from what you guys have said in the comments, you have too, and I'm continuing that on to Patreon, only those videos are a little bit more intimate, a little bit more personal. I'm filming those videos as if you had just stepped into the studio with me and whatever's going on is going on. They're less curated, less refined, not as finely edited. A lot of times I don't even pop a mic on. I just film with my phone instead of using this camera. Yeah, very informal, as if you had just come and sat down with me in the studio. Like, you know, the other day, the last couple that I did, I literally just walked upstairs, had a plan for what I was going to do, and turned on the camera. So those are going to be kind of fun that way. It'll feel like we're kind of creating together. But yeah, let me get my desk cleaned off a little, adjust it, and I'll show you some close-ups, some better close-ups on these items that I got. I'm really excited, really feel so blessed that I received such a special gift, her father's. You know, those of you that have been watching me for you know, I think my first video was uploaded 14 years ago, but and I recently reached 13,000 subscribers and 875,000 views on my YouTube channel. So thank you for that. And I would appreciate it if you would help me reach 15,000 subscribers, because that's my big goal, by, you know, clicking like on the thing and making sure that you actually are subscribed, because I've been hearing a lot of YouTube creators say lately that people are telling them they think that they're subscribed, and then when they go and check, they find out they aren't subscribed. And it's happening a lot. I'm hearing a lot of creators say that. So I don't know if YouTube unsubscribes people or what is happening, but I would appreciate it if you would check and make sure you're subscribed and help me get to that 15,000 number. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway when I get to 15,000. So I'm excited about that, because it's going to be a celebration. But yeah, this is precious. This is really precious. But what I'm so excited about it. What I started to say was, those of you that have followed me for long enough know that my dad took his own life when I was 9 years old in 1972. So this is just extra special to me that this woman lost her dad in 2017 to a horrible disease like Alzheimer. I feel like suicide is a horrible disease too. I feel like my dad had a disease. He did. It was, back then it was called manic depression. Now it's called bipolar. And he suffered greatly with it and eventually lost his battle with it. So I just felt like we had a connection that way. And for her to want these to go to an artist that was going to use them in a special way, I so get that. I'm such a romantic in that way, and I get that. And I will treasure these for as long as I own them. And I'm going to make myself use them. It's kind of it's easy to get a gift like this, especially a vintage art supply, and then have it sit there as decoration and not use it. I'm going to really try to use these. I think he probably would have wanted them to be used. I know that if I passed and people inherited my art supplies, I would not want them to sit on a shelf. I would want people to use them. So we will use these in future videos. All right, I'm going to pop over to my desk now and rearrange my camera, clean off my desk, and show you things close up. Okay, I put my little twinkle lights from Paul Rubens on the watercolors. You can blink them slow, fast, slow, leave them solid. These are cool. These are kind of fun. Probably would show better if I didn't have my filming lights blasting on them, but aren't those fun? See if they show better on the desk. Those are fun. Too bad it wasn't a long enough string to go around my whole window. That would be real fun. But I'll use those. Those are cute. Thanks, Paul Rubens. Okay, and this is, in case I'm horribly mispronouncing Edward Garzero's name, this is his name and how it's spelled. His daughter wrote that out. She said she has the same handwriting as he did. So the colors that are in this set, this one is True Blue, 2 ounces, and it's a gorgeous, like cobalt blue color. This one is Juniper Green. I don't know if you can see the colors. We'll swatch them out at some point. I don't know if I'll have time in this video, but we will swatch them out. This one is Olive Green. This one is Nile Green, transparent. Do they all say transparent? That's interesting. So this is, oh, they say different things. This is Radiant Concentrated Watercolor. Radiant Concentrated. This says, oh, it's just a different color label, but Radiant Concentrated. And this one says Synchromatic Transparent Watercolor. Synchromatic. So I wonder if that means these are synthetic colors, possibly. This one is Synchromatic Transparent Hooker's Green. This one is Radiant Concentrated Watercolor Daffodil Yellow. Some of you will probably know a lot more about these than I do, because I actually have never, I don't believe I've ever used Dr. P.H. Martin's watercolors. So this is Radiant Concentrated Watercolor Tapestry Yellow, and you can see the sediment on the bottom. I think this is one of the ones that dried out, and I put distilled water in there, and I'm going to try to stir that sediment back in to activate it and see if the pigment will remake a watercolor. I mean, it's already getting stronger all the time, so it's working on some level. This one is another one that happened to, and there's kind of big chunks of pigment in there. I'm not sure if it'll break down, but it's worth a try. So this one was orange, and this is the Radiant Concentrated Watercolor. This one is the Synchromatic Transparent Watercolor Scarlet. This is Radiant Concentrated Watercolor Persimmons. And this is Alpine Rose. And it looks like this one says Moss Rose. A little hard to read on that one. Cherry Red. This has a lot of settled pigment in it. Oh, but it mixed back in. Okay. And this one is black. It doesn't look like he used a lot of black, because this one looks pretty much full. Cool. Okay, so that is my set. And I was thinking you could set it in there like he designed it with that lip and still have storage for like brushes and stuff in there. Or I could put it like this so that I have easy access to this like shelf in here where I could put other things, other watercolors, you know, you could put my art toolkit in there or some watercolor brushes in there and just have it for storage that way. I'm not sure how I'll display it, but it's kind of cool because there are options. This is actually the palette that I filled in the Patreon video that I just made. And I planned it out and, you know, chose all my colors and swatched it out, and then these are the little watercolor inks that I made, which were so much fun. And then in the next video that's coming up, I did a bunch of abstract landscapes. So that's gonna be something to look forward to. But what a treasure, guys. I know I keep saying it, but I feel so blessed to have received such a lovely, lovely gift. So for now, I think I'm going to leave it this way with a shelf underneath and slide it over here. Okay, and these are the little jelly plates that I got. So excited about these. So this is a round jelly plate. Does it say the size? I think it's 4 inches round. But it's, oh yeah, 4 inches round, or 10.16 centimeters. So this is going to be fun. I'm thinking of doing, you know, like for collage or whatever, but put a leaf on there and do some leaf prints on paper, on some deli paper or tissue paper. I think that could be really fun extension of our explorations in nature. And then this is a little 3 by 5, I think. Yeah, 3 by 5 inch one. And I thought, wow, that's another really cute size for like a card or a postcard, or just pieces to collage into other pieces. And then this is what I showed you before. I actually got a much bigger stack of this than it shows here. I have it pressed under different things in my studio, different weights. Like I took it into smaller piles. And I'm pressing it because I don't really want to apply heat and breathe this stuff in. They do warn about that if you use heat. They say to wear a mask, and nah, I don't really want that melted styrofoam in my studio, but it's crooked. I wish I had sent it back, but we'll see. This top sheet got really beat up, so I suppose I could just take something like this, just to see what happens with it. If we, yeah, that's about it. That's about the size of it. Just drawing. Cool. I think it's going to be fun. I think we'll have a lot of fun playing with that. I wonder if it's too white for you to see. But it's all scratched in there. That's going to be fun to play with, yeah, to print from. So I've got that to look forward to, and I think I'll be able to make it work with the bends. I don't think it's going to completely ruin it. I do think it might be a little bit of a pain. These were the wipes that I showed you guys, and I put a link below my video last time. I'll put links to this stuff below this video too. I always have links and coupon codes. I always have coupon codes for like Art Toolkit, Meaden, Cenex Gouache. Always look for the coupon codes. Every once in a while, Paul Rubens gives me a coupon code, and but the Meaden coupon code, Cenex coupon code, and Art Toolkit are always there, so take advantage of that discount. But these were the little bags of wipes that I bought to put in my plein air kit, and they're tiny. I mean, for fitting in your pocketbook, or even your pocket. They're tiny, but they fold out into full-size wipes. So I think that's really cool because it's economy of space, which really counts when you're going out. And you know, I like to keep my hands clean. I'm kind of picky that way, also because I have mast cell, you know, a mast cell disorder. I just like to not have stuff soak into my hands. So that is what that was, with how those come, and I'll put a link to those. I showed you my jelly plates. These are the other books. This was just a gorgeous little sheet of paper that came with something. I don't even know what, but it's so pretty that I'm definitely going to use that in some collage. And this is that Italy book. Look at these pictures. I can't believe how, look at this. It's just a gorgeous book. I think this would make a really fun journal. Yeah, you know, you could collage over part of a page and leave like him on the sideline. I like the lines around the text, the gold ribbon. I think this is going to be really fun to turn into an art journal. Look at this crazy guy. Yeah, so many awesome drawings in this. So this was a gold mine find for somebody who doesn't get out and get to find. Look at that. That's a great piece for collage. Cool. Lots of cool stuff. Love those. Those would be fun to draw. Maybe we should sketch those. Anyways, lots of fun stuff in this book. Cool. I love that. Okay, so that's cool. And then these, like I showed before, this one, my plan is to rip pages out and then print things like either with the jelly plate or like this leaf that I just carved. You know, print that onto these pages and then use those for collage. This one, The Epic of Gilgamesh, I think is such a small book. I think it would be really fun to use. I'll be darned, says somebody Ogden, please return to my box if found. But this would be, I'll be darned, he's got handwritten notes in there. This would be a fun one to turn into a little journal, little art journal. And then just more pages to play with that she gave me. So those will be fun. Those will definitely be fun to play with, make prints of, do things with, especially this Italy one. And then the Paul Rubens box, the gift box. This is their annual gift box. It makes such a pretty sewing box, wouldn't it? I think that'd make a really nice sewing box. I may transform it into a sewing box. So let me empty this all out and then I'll show you what is in here. We got the card. Okay, so they always give you some really cool stuff and some goofy stuff. So I showed you my lights. We'll activate my lights just for fun. Those are cool. And then this is a beautiful little box too. This one Don and I looked at and we're not sure what this is. Maybe a bookmark, but it's really pretty. I'm thinking it's probably a bookmark. But it's a couple of pandas in gold. It's really, really pretty. Tell me what you think, if you think this is a bookmark. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of you would use that for, is a bookmark, but it's really pretty. So I've got that. And the lovely box that it came in. And then these probably are to paint, to do little paintings on, little fans. Those are kind of cute. little cute craft project. And then this watercolor journal, and you know, if you've used Paul Rubens paper, you know that they do have great paper. I think this is leather, so if you're vegan, you wouldn't like this. But I think it is real leather. It has that sort of luxurious feel of real leather, and it smells like real leather. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's real leather. It's got that smell and that, just that gorgeous, rich feel. Got the pocket in the back. And it looks like rough paper. Now, I don't use rough paper. I prefer smooth paper. And I, honestly don't think I've ever used rough paper, but this definitely looks rough. It's perforated so you can pull it out. Yeah, so if you like rough paper, you would love this. I'm a little disappointed because I use cold press, but not rough, and it says cotton pulp cold press, but it's a really rough cold press. Quite textured. It's 300 GSM, 140 pound, 20 sheets. So I'll try it. I'll definitely give it a try. And I mean, it might be good for some of my inky explorations because it has such a, I don't know if I can show you with the lights. It's so hard to see in your camera how, but it really has a strong texture like handmade paper does. So that is going to be fun to play with. I'll put that in the pocket so I remember what kind of paper it is and all that good stuff. And this is the watercolors they sent. So, I don't know how to pronounce this. Chow Mei was the last set that I got. This is QICAIHUI. I love this colored case. I actually have one of these from Meaden, I think. It's so pretty. So they give you their glitter paper, which is a good quality paper to swatch out on. So this I'll have to do in another video. And this says 48 colors. It's 36 colors. Oh, so this must be all 48 colors in this line. Okay, I hate it when that happens. By the time I got so engrossed in looking at these and reading the pamphlet that came with them, I wasn't looking up, and my camera either overheated or the battery died. So I just changed the battery, but it had shut itself off, so I turned it back on. So I don't know where I was. But in case it didn't come out before, what I was saying was I will swatch these and the watercolors from Edward Gazzero's daughter in another video because I won't have time in this video. I'm kind of on a tight schedule. Today we have company visiting. But if I was going to get this video out this week, I had to film today. So let's see what this looks like. It's sticking, kind of sticking. Ooh, it's really sticking. The paper, very full, but interestingly, there's a big hole. There's a big hole in there. I don't know if you can see that. Didn't get filled right. So maybe what I'll do is wet it and try to push that back down in some so that it's not so full. Wow. Yeah, that's unusual. Usually their pans are filled much better than that. That's kind of a gaping hole there. Let's just open one more just to see. Seems odd that there's a yellow at the end. I'm wondering how these are arranged. Let's see what's at the beginning. Oh, it's amazing when your hands get really arthritic how They do not work well. Okay, let's just see what this one looks like for the heck of it. Okay, this is white. Huh, it's kind of the opposite of how I would have arranged it, but this one is poured much better. I think that was just a fluke that that one wasn't poured well. But I will swatch these in another video. And show you that. Just curious what color that is. I actually have done this before. Where's my palette knife? I have cheated and gone like this before with a palette knife to see to open them up more quickly. It's kind of an easy cheat. Well, that wasn't so easy. Yeah, it's hard to tell what the colors are. I don't want to take too many of the wrappers off until I'm ready to swatch them. So that is that set of watercolors. And my twinkly lights. Really cool case. Love the funky case. And all this fun stuff. This is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun to explore. These little tiny jelly plates. I think they're going to make really awesome collage elements. And then we'll do another video where we swatch these all out. Okay, wow, what a haul, really. All very unexpected. I mean, most of it was very unexpected. The books were a surprise. The Paul Rubens items were a surprise. The only thing that I actually purchased was the scratch board and the gel plates. So, yeah. But lots of stuff to have fun with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will see you over on Patreon. Don't forget to go grab that free video because there'll only be two free videos, and then it will roll back over to the subscription. And I'm not sure yet, but what I may do is alternate YouTube and Patreon. I may do 1 week of a video on YouTube and 1 week of a video on Patreon. Just not sure how I'm going to do that yet. Or I may only do like 1 Patreon video a month. I'm just not sure how it's all going to unfold. I do know that I've been having a lot of fun filming the informal Patreon videos. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring how I'm going to show up there. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're excited about what's to come with all of this. Some more exploring and playful experimental creations. So have a creative week, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.